This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
Our guest today, David Lane, CEO of Shoowin. It's the largest available ticket reservation marketplace, and he'll talk more about that. It's a great concept. David, thanks for being our guest today.
Good to be here, Derek.
I want to hear more about the growth, but I also want to hear about, when you talk about early on with the technology and the railways and things like that, tell me about some of the ways you've been able to pivot and see the market change and be able to go with it, because you've done really well of staying ahead and understanding large customer bases and what the consumer demand is and how to fulfill it. That's a unique ability to do, and you didn't you found a way to pivot and go with it. What are some key takeaways for you there? Because that to me is a magic elixir that you've somehow found to be able to do.
Well, I think that, for your audience, anybody that is a founder of a company, we all have blinders on. And I think the greatest fault that founders have is that we never see clearly enough that the blinders have to come off, and we ignore the learnings or the warning signs that are in front of us, and we go down a path that causes irreparable harm to your organization. And that is the number one failure of founders. And for those that have that failure, they now see it. And so for me, in my very first company called TSI, that company was in a very unique commercial broadband space, and we were going public, and I was in the Middle East raising $40 million for an IPO, and we were part of the dot-com wave. And as the dot-com bubble burst, and again, keep in mind, this is my very first experience in a unicorn type of rise. When the market fell out from underneath me, everyone abandoned us, and we were forced into a liquidation. And that, to me, was obviously my greatest learning. And so unless you go through that moment and you are tested, that you can actually remember that tomorrow's another day, but don't ignore the warning signs. Pivoting a business, altering your strategy, recognizing a unique opportunity within what you're already doing, you have got to be open and willing to accept that you're wrong. Right. And that is probably the number one lesson I tell anyone that I talk to that's trying to start a business is remove the blinders.
Derek Champagne here. So many exciting things happening in 2019. Join us. Visit DerekChampagne.com.